What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. I'm sorry that I didn't upload yesterday. I know there's a few of you that noticed already that I've been trying to upload every day. I didn't have a solid piece of a solid video that I could upload yesterday. But anyways, today we're talking about the one thing that every car lover doesn't want to talk about. Nobody wants to talk about the things that are wrong with their car. So I want to share with you today all the things that are wrong with my Hummer. All right, so I'm going to throw everything that I can remember off the top of my head in no particular order. I set inside the H2 because it's a little windy outside and I don't want my audio to get messed up. But anyways, the number one thing that I know is wrong with the H2 and it needs to be fixed. It's been needing fixing for a long time now. Is my pinion seal, my rear pinion seal. It's been leaking for a little bit. I've been ignoring it, and it's probably about time that I go ahead and take care of that. The other thing that's wrong with the H2 is my oil pan gasket. If you ever done or replaced an oil pan gasket and some other vehicles, on a lot of vehicles the oil pan, it's like exposed where you just gotta go underneath the vehicle. Sometimes you don't even need to lift it or jack it up. All you need to do is just go ahead, get all your screws out, drop it, clean it, put on the other gasket, put it right back up. On the H2, it is not that simple. I was really encouraged to put in the H2 on a couple of jack stands and taking care of that. But a long time ago, I looked into what needs to be removed on the H2 to get the oil pan out and do all of that. And it's not something that you want to do on a driveway like the one I have right now, which is not a flat driveway. It's like an incline. And no matter how good of a jack stand or whatever it is that I can come up with, I am not getting underneath the H2 on a driveway like this. Not on an incline. If it was flat, then maybe I'll give it a shot. But no. Moving on to other gasket like that needs to be replaced. It's something that I noticed not too long ago that needs to be replaced is my head gaskets. I think that my head gaskets are about, they're not giving up all the way, but one of them is showing a little bit of a wet area, what I think is about to start giving up. And imagine this is 2004, this H2 is from 2004. The head gaskets haven't been replaced. I'm the second owner. I got a hold of the first owner and he's for sure has never had to do that. He got rid of the truck well under 100,000 miles, so that was never needed. So moving on to other things I need to fix on the H2, and that is my bump stops. They don't need to be replaced. I just need to install bump stops because I have no bump stops at all. If you looked, I don't want to go outside because I said this wind is going to mess up my audio, but if you looked at my H2, all there's left where the bump stops are supposed to be is like a little bit of rubber from the OEM bump stops, and you definitely feel every little hole, every little pothole that I get into. It's like somebody's hitting in my head with a hammer. I have the bump stops, but I don't think they're the right ones. I ordered them through Amazon. They sent the wrong ones. They told me, don't worry about it. Keep them. We're going to send you a second set, and guess what? Yeah, the second set was wrong again. So I need to take the time to go ahead, probably try another set from a different Amazon store, and maybe I get lucky and I get the bump stops in the mail. Moving on to other things that are wrong with the H2 that need to be fixed with the H2, and that is some of my radiator hoses. I've been noticing a little bit of smell, like coolant smell sometimes. If I go to the grocery store, if I go anywhere, whenever I park and I walk away from the H2, you can smell there's a little bit something leaking. And not too long ago, I looked with details like on the hoses, and there's a couple of hoses that are starting to leak a little bit. So for the past couple of days, I've been looking on the internet what I think might be the best set of hoses to that sounds funny. The set of hoses to replace all the ones on the H2. By the way, if you made it this far into the video, if you could recommend hoses to replace all of the radiator hoses and all of that stuff on the H2, please write it down in the comment section. I would greatly appreciate if I can get some feedback from you guys that have done it before, and that, you know, if you know anything that's worth paying for, let me know in the comments. So moving on to what else I know is wrong with the H2. Okay, so there's one thing I've been trying to replace on the H2 or fix on the H2 for a long time now, well over a year, but I keep saying that I'm gonna wait, and that is my headliner. My headliner looks like any other 2004 headliner from here backwards. A couple of stains that you've probably seen some of my videos, but the front of the headliner, if you all know, if you own an H2, these things right here, no matter how good you are sealing your clearance lights, you're always gonna get some sort of water going through. And throughout the years of me dealing with all these water leaks, one of the things that happens is that the headliner is starting to come off. Now, I don't know about you, but I have tried to do headliners on other vehicles, and after a lot of trial and error, I nailed it down to doing a small install. Now, my last time doing that was years ago with a 97 Mitsubishi Eclipse that I redid the whole headliner. But let me show you how mine looks. I'm not proud of what you're about to see now, but hey, it is what it is though. And that right there, see these right here, see, that's starting to come off. And I don't know about you guys, but I hate this. No matter what vehicle it is, I hate it. So I wanted to go to a shop and have these done professionally, but the problem is that taking the headliner out is something that a lot of shops kind of charge a pretty penny to take the headliner off. And if you ever tried on the H2, you have to take a lot of panels off. I have seen it done at a couple of stereo shops, and it's kind of like a lot of work. And the reason why I keep putting it off is because I wanted to make a little video series where I blacked out all the side panels of the H2, like this right here, and these. I want to get them off and black them out instead of buying the parts, buying black panels and just replacing them. That's too easy, and I wanted to do it that way because it'll give me a little bit of something to make videos with. But as you can see, I haven't done that, and that little area is starting to move towards the middle, and I hate that. I don't know about you guys, but I hate it. So I don't know if I'm gonna end up taking this thing off myself and redoing it on black or going to a shop. But that's one of the other things that needs to be fixed on the H2. Now, what else? I'm trying to. Oh, okay. One other thing that needs to be fixed on the H2 is all the grommets and all the clearance lights. I need to replace those. That is the easiest thing to do. I just haven't done it because after seeing other people's H2, not on video or on YouTube, I mean actually seeing them with the lights that they get from the internet, some lights are okay, but some of the other lights, about a month after they install it and they do everything right, they call me or they text you or email me and say, hey man, don't go with those lights. The gaskets that came with them don't seal anything. I got my first rain and water came through. So that's one thing that I need to replace on the H2. If you have replaced your clearance lights with aftermarket ones, no matter if they're smoked or amber or whatever, and they working, write it down in the comment section or post a link or let me know where you got them from. I'll be more than happy to try them out, see if they do a good job sealing all the just sealing everything all together. Moving on to something else that needs to be fixed on my H2, and this is probably one of the things that I should replace from the get-go years ago when I got the H2, and that's my front windshield. Yes, my front windshield looks like it's been to war. And I'm about to show you this. Again, I'm not proud of any of these things, but hey, it is what it is. Let me show you. Look at that. Bam, bam, bam. What else? One more right here. What is it? Oh, actually, two of them. That's you can see it right there. That's not a bug. That's a crack. Another one right there. There's another one right there. One down here. What is it? Oh, right here. Look, bam. All over. Oh, there's one on the other side. Watch out, watch out. Look at that. That's, let me see if you can see. Oh, there you go. There you go. Bam. See that? We all know that the windshield on the H2 is like upright. Almost, not almost like a wall, but it's upright. Not like every other vehicle where rocks or whatever hit and you keep rolling. No, it's like hitting a wall. So I need to replace my windshield, and I'm gonna try to do this. Actually, I'm not gonna set a date because you're gonna call me liars. I don't know when, but soon it needs to be replaced, because it really bugs me or bothers me when I'm looking out front, even when I have a clean windshield and I see all the, oh, look at this, I missed this one. Look at this one here. It's like a spider. See that? Bam. Yeah, I need a new windshield. What else is wrong with my H2? All right, I just remember something else that needs to be replaced. At this point, you might be like, whoa. You always make videos of how to do this, how to do that, and your H2 is a mess. Hey, I know there's going to be probably thousands of people watching my video saying, yeah, there's a ton of things on my car that need to be replaced, and I just haven't got around it. But anyways, one more thing that needs to be replaced on my H2, and this is serious, is my airbag sensors, front airbag sensors. Here's the message that I get. See that right there? Airbag, service airbag. That, my friends, is because what happened was, with me going over on the water and everything a while ago, I got a message on the screen, and what I did with the Tech 2 is I went ahead and reset everything. That didn't fix it. And then after looking into the two impact sensors on the front, I determined that they need to be replaced. Now, if you have an H2 and that message comes on, please do yourself a favor, replace the sensors though. Because if you don't replace them, like me right now, there's a chance that the airbags might not deploy in case of an accident. There's a slight chance that might not happen. So please do yourself a favor, go ahead and replace those two impact sensors. I'll probably make a video on how to replace them. I just haven't got around that, but it's one of the other things that is wrong with it. And hence the reason why. Other than that, you also got this light right here. And then this light right here, check engine light, it's in there because of the new other thing that we're about to talk about that needs to be fixed in my H2. Is my knock sensors, okay? When I posted the video where I went ahead and washed my engine bay on the Homer forums, a couple of guys said that they don't do that because one of the things that could happen is that you damage your knock sensors, blah blah blah. I know that my knock sensors didn't go wrong with I did that. They started giving me codes or back codes when I went, well, it was similar, it's water related. One of the last times I went on the little creek that was deeper than I thought, and I might have maybe I went deeper than I should have. And then right after that, I kind of saw that coming when I was going through deep water, and I'm like, something's gonna happen, and that happened. My knock sensor started giving me a code. Now, before that, my knock sensors will do that every now and then. Maybe it was a sign already that I needed to be replaced, but I guess when I went to some deep water, that was it. And is the only reason why that check engine light it's on is because of the knock sensors. All right, so one more thing that needs to be replaced or needs to be fixed on the H2 is one of my blend door actuators, and it happens to be the hardest one to get to. It's one blend door actuator that's located right there. I already checked one. I already replaced that one about probably 4 years ago, and this past summer I noticed that I started getting hot air out of my passenger side again when the AC was on, and that's the reason why, because that blend door actuator probably went bad again and it needs to be replaced. I'll probably do that before the summer gets out of hand this year. Probably, remember that, probably. And that also reminds me of another thing that I need to make sure that I checked AC related, and that is my my freon lines on the AC, on the whole AC system. There's a little part of the freon lines that I'm pretty sure is leaking, because what happened is my last time I used the AC is that in a few days it went from cold to nothing. I went ahead and bought one of those containers. I put it on, and it only lasted a day and a half. After that happened, I started checking everything, and I see a little area where I suspect that the freon is leaking from. So before things get out of hand this year, before the summer gets to the best part, I need to go ahead and check that. Other than that, I think I already mentioned everything that's wrong with the H2. I don't think there's anything else that I missed. And if I did miss it, I'll probably mention it in another video. But that's pretty much it. My Onstar needs to be taken out, but that's not something that we can fix, because you all know that Onstar doesn't work anymore. The Onstar unit that was on my H2 was completely dead. I find out that the previous owner unplugged it. I plugged it in, it wasn't doing anything. And right now, if I replaced it, the whole module. I wanted to reprogram the module, but this module came from another H2, and it's just not working. One of the main reasons why that's not working is because of my antenna needs to be replaced. But even if I replace the antenna with a newer, updated antenna, this unit is from an 07 H2 and still won't work, because the main computer on the H2 is older. So it's a bunch of long story. And then this is an older vehicle that Onstar don't support anymore. But basically, if I try to if I hit my Onstar right here,
Onstar ready.
Dial.
Please say the entire number to dial.
626-500-6278.
626-500-6278. Please say yes or no.
Yes.
I'm sorry. You don't have enough units to place a call. Connecting to Onstar Personal Calling Center.
See that red light? That red light is going to be there forever, because there's no way for me to get signal. If you all know Onstar on these old vehicles, it was discontinued. GM, let me shut these off.
Your Onstar call has ended. Goodbye.
GM started offering an upgrade package that was only on sale till 2013. I could have got that package installed, and if I would have got that upgrade unit installed on the H2, it would have been married to this H2, and I would still be able to at least get to an operator. But since I never did that, I just went ahead and slapped a newer unit on it. Today is not even worth doing it, because even if I were to marry this unit with the H2, that I can do that with my Tech 2, it won't work, because the vehicle is now too old. I forgot what was the last year they supported, but they pretty much canceled that. And even though if I could do it, let's say if I could go ahead and activate Onstar, it's not worth it anymore, because the main the main reason why I used to have like this, it was because back when these trucks were a thing, Onstar was kind of like a hot thing because not everybody had cell phones like we do today. And that's also one of the reasons why Onstar is also thinking about discontinuing the cell phone service. But anyways, I think that I pretty much hit on everything that's wrong that I know of with my H2. If there's anything wrong with your H2 and you made it this far into the video, write it down in the comment sections. Don't feel bad. Just be honest. Let me know. Maybe when you guys write down all the stuff that's wrong with your H2 on the comments, maybe it'll make me feel better. Thanks again for watching, and as always, we'll see you guys on the next video.